What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. We're through the first quarter of this season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Here's 2nd and 7. He's on the move. He just throws this one away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Looking to return from the 29. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. That one in the books is a 48-yard punt. And it'll be Jets football. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. There's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Devin White hauls him down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Kittle brings it in. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Reaches the 30. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
That one gains 7. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From midfield on 2nd down. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Throwing on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Hall. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Motion man sent left. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Working quickly here. 3rd down from the gun. Escapes. And they take this in for the score. The Jets cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. That one splits the uprights. And the Jets tie this game 7-7. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the gun is Purdy. Called in left side. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They'll have it 3rd and 3. Here's Purdy to throw. He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Purdy setting up that play action. He put everything he had into this one. Defender's there. It's intercepted. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Devin Duvernay to return it. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. After the pick, Purdy back to the air. He's on the move. And he gets him around 6 there. Frankie Ruvu there for the tackle.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Short pass brought in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Play action now with Purdy. He's got it near the 8. He has the Carolina touchdown. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers tie things up at 14. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Return coming from the 6. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Fits it through the middle. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll throw it again. That throw finds Kittle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 29. Has it down close. Touchdown, New York. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. From his own end zone, here we go. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Purdy. Dump off caught by his back. Jukes one defender. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. But so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And he's going to get him up to the midfield stripe with that run. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Purdy on 1st down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they get this down to the 28. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Purdy to throw it. He's got it over the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19. So through a flurry of points, we have hit the 2-minute warning. The Panthers driving. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Now Purdy. We've got a screen to the running back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers earn the chance to tie before halftime. That one right down the middle. And the Panthers tie this game at 21. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Starting at the 10. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They'll come out throwing. Caught, nice gain left side. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Jets moving quickly, trying to get the offense set. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Offense in the hurry up here. They give on second to Hall. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Jets take the lead just before halftime. George Kittle, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. And he misses the point after, so this stays a 6-point game. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. One last play before the break. Looking to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right. He's got it at the 30. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. That one on the offense, but declined, so we will indeed head to halftime. And on to Orlando for our halftime report from Jonathan Coachman. first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They start the half with a gift to Hall. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Josh Sweat making the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Hall gets it again on 2nd down. Call it 1 yard there, so consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
That's simply a foot race to the outside that he's used to winning. Seeing him get beat there, forced to take it out of bounds near the line, well, that's just a tremendous effort and tremendous speed by that defense.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Hall takes it straight ahead. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. They go right back to Hall. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Hall there to haul it in.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs. They've got first down from the 31. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he's brought down for a loss. So now here's 3rd and 5. From the gun is Purdy. Short pass brought in. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
That one's complete right side. And this one does not go far.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a...
Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Picked off by Frankie Louvu. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers. Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
Gets him on the in route. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Offense up to the line fast. Third down from the gun. Able to hit home, complete. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
To throw here on first down. Finds his target home. And he gets this forward to the 19.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
They motion the slot man right. From the gun, it's Hall. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
Looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it, save it for later, for that next third down coming.
Now a give on the counter. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense to the line for second down. Here's a throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets make it a two-possession game here in the fourth. George Kittle, the touchdown. His third through the air this game. He's throwing for it. And he's into the end zone for two. That sets him up with a 14-point lead. Well, not the way they drew it up, partner, but when it works, who cares? They didn't defend the check down throw, and it's open for two.
I could still remember one of my first red zone days way back when. Touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. Now, I know it's not a touchdown, but this check down, well, it was a valuable 2 points.
And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Running for the marker on second. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down. You know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
On third down, Purdy. On the move, headed right. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Has a hole left, room to run. And he makes the Hets go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. Extra point attempt coming up. Near that right upright, but it sneaks in. And the Jets stretch their lead to 21. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. After the pick, Purdy back to the air. Hits his target, that's DJ Moore. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Now it's Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 3 on that game. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st down throw by Purdy. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. We had him right where we wanted, and we let him off the hook.
Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. To throw again, it's Purdy. It's his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Chased out to his right. And this is another incompletion. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at a 4th down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Desperation time here on 4th. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's brought down for a loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, Or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
Here's Hall once more. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, and that brings up 3rd and 7.
The humble 5 to 6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. J.C. Horn to pick it off. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Went to the oh-well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. He'll take this at the 10. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And that'll put him up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. We've got whistles and a timeout call by the defense. 2:07 left to play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Trying to find some positive yardage. He's across the 45. And this isn't resolved quite yet as he goes out. We've got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Panthers have some new life in the 4th. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Is in for the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers parlay the interception into points. So now here come the Panthers' big moments as they go for 2. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. Still some time left. Most of the 2 minutes remaining. They need to get this onside kick back. And the Jets are able to fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag. Markers reset. Ball at the 37. Hall running between the tackles. He cuts it to the... He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Jets go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Breece Hall with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Jets lead by 15 now. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Incomplete to Duvernay. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2nd and 4. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. Purdy throwing here on first. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Purdy throwing here. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. Purdy on 1st down. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Now to throw. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover